come and learn and heal and do a lot of different things and learn a lot of the things as well. So tell me a little bit more about the space and what it's used for with the community members.
So our intention is to create a space that all people can come and deepen their relationship with their inner spirit, with their God, with Source, in whatever way feels good to them. We want to be inclusive as possible and let everyone feel like they have a place that they can come and be and heal.
And tell me about this trio here. How did you guys come together and decide to work and make this space together? Because owning a store is a big undertaking, obviously, but the intention behind Alchemy also is so deep and so personal. So how did you all three decide to come together and work together?
You want to talk about that?
Well, Elenia and I worked at a nonprofit for about 5 years together, and we just became really close friends. And I met Fatima through Elenia, and at the time we were all just kind of talking about being in business together. And just recently it kind of worked out that we were able to bring in Fatima as a third partner, and really it has so much to do with all the effort and energy that she's put into the space and all the love, and so it just made a lot of sense. And since then it's been really exciting to increase our capacity to do more, and so we are actually launching our online shop finally
Today.
Yes.
Right now.
Right now. We're still working out the kinks and all that, but it's really exciting to be able to do that, because at first it was Lelania and I, and we were kind of just here and kind of barely making everything happen. So now it's just really increased our capacity and the different perspectives. Yeah, it just feels really good.
And I would imagine everybody kind of brings an extra something to it. So what would you say like each of your strengths are that you bring into the space that maybe you're like, yeah, this is what Flor brings and this is what Fatima brings?
I guess I'll name for both of you. I think Fatima brings in a lot of integrity, like just like the respect for all things, and I think that's a really beautiful quality about her. And Elenia has this eye for aesthetic, and she just really makes everything beautiful. And her nickname is the Supreme Being Deluxe.
Deluxe.
Because it really is.
Name.
Yeah, it's her actual name. Her nickname is Lelenia. But yeah.
What about
And
Flor?
she's the person I believe who have created this space as a healing space. What I saw was a boutique that sold metaphysical and spiritual items, and she saw that we could make this into a space where people could come and heal, and she brought in practitioners, and it's created something called the Ancestral Medicine Clinic, which isn't something that I even had conceived of. And so it's what makes us this powerful space, that not only do we have all these sacred items, but we actually are a space for healing, and it's so potent.
It is. You come in here and you have that feeling. And I want to talk about the different folks that also use this space, your different practitioners. So you can come here, you can buy candles, you can buy cards, you can buy books, but there's also this extra element where you can get different treatments done and learn different things. So tell me a little bit more about the practitioners that use this space as well.
Yeah, so we have a lot of different things that go on here, and the overarching theme is that it's community clinic, right? Everything here is donation based, whether it's tarot readings, other kinds of divination, energy work, acupuncture, body talk, traditional healing modalities or newer metaphysical modalities, and we just want to make it accessible to people, so they can come in, and all of the people who come in and our practitioners have their own practices, have their own thriving practices. So it's an opportunity for them to give back to community also. So yeah.
All right. And for Colorful Colorado Collaborations, you guys have created a brand new anointing oil, and it's kind of inspired by Nina's voice. And we're going to hear a performance here very soon, and we'll see exactly why. But tell me a little bit more about Sultry. This is a brand new product to Alchemy Ritual Goods.
Yeah, well, when y'all approached us about doing this, we went on and listened to Nina's songs, And we were just like, wow, her voice is so sultry.
Absolutely.
And so we thought we were going to do something for this event. And we have some beautiful anointing oils already. And it just kind of felt like a good product to bring in. And so we have this beautiful oil called Sultry. And it has jasmine, patchouli, cardamom, and geranium. And so those are just like these flowery, beautiful essences and kind of grounding, kind of like
Velvet.
yeah,
Delicious.
delicious. So it just really felt good to bring in something like jasmine as well. For me, jasmine is a really beautiful scent. It reminds me of my grandma, and it just kind of like it's like a big hug. And so when I smell it, I kind of feel like I'm like.
Grandma
But
vibes.
yeah, so anointing oils are a really neat product just because they're like a tool that you can use to adorn yourself or your sacred items to kind of set an intention on what you're trying to accomplish, right? And so in this case, sultry might be something you wear when you're going to go meet someone or
I mean,
go
we know
and
what
have
kind of
dinner
energy you're trying to bring in.
or go hang out with friends and draw attention. I don't know, but it's a nice little addition to your ritual. And so, yeah, I love anointing oils.
It's definitely sensual. It has a sensual essence to it.
And it comes in like you can either get just the oil, or there's an extra box that has a couple of extra lovely items in it. What's that about?
So we have our deluxe box, which has this beautiful unalome symbol on it, and inside is, in addition, is a sweetgrass and a carnelian stone, which is a sacral stone. So that's good for all of the things that are happening in the creative zone.
And tell me a little bit more about your guys' education as well, because going in, like even creating something like Sultry and knowing what to put into that, and with the box adding those extra elements. Tell me a little bit more about your guys' background and how you've been able to share that with community.
Well, it's been a lifelong journey for a lot of us, like learning all the different things about wellness. I went to school for herbal medicine in like 1992, but we're not practitioners in that way. A lot of it is exploratory, a lot of it is empirical, and so. But it's like, you know, we have quarters in this. Like we have a lot of years in learning and experimenting, and it's really great for us also. So many young ones come in here all the time, and we get to just share, you know, what we know. But we also get validation from the experts who come in here. You know what I'm saying?
Which has got to be nice.
Yeah.
That backup here.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to get to Nina's performance here soon. We're also going to have an interview. But last thing here, this seems like a great year of growth for Alchemy Ritual Goods down here in 5 Points here in Denver. Tell me about an intention you'd like to put out for this next year as you're going into your 4th anniversary. What would you like to see as your 5th anniversary approaches next year?
We talk about what we're building, and I think we all have different perspectives about what exactly that will encompass, but really creating sovereignty in our community and networks and ways to sustain each other and support each other in this kind of new age that we're all entering, including new economies and new ways of just supporting each other in general. And so I think for me that's a really big focus is leveraging more resources and opportunities to create those spaces for our community, because especially in a place like 5 Points, which is really gentrified now, like we need these spaces. And as people of color, as women, as folks who are creatives, we just need more spaces that are safe. So that's a big intention for me. Want to add?
I'm hoping that we can also maybe expand in this coming year if possible. We would love to be able to offer classes, and so we need more space. So hopefully that will unfold for us soon.
I would just add that I wish for all of us to let our spiritual practices guide our economic practices and our community practices, and for us to learn new vocabulary, like community wealth building, solidarity, economy, and that also be a part of our spiritual practice, so that's my.
Let's add that. All right, we're going to put that out there. We are here at Alchemy Ritual Goods for our first episode of Colorful Colorado Collaborations here in 2021. I'm going to be speaking with Nina de Freitas here in just a second. Ladies, thank you so much. Thank you for letting us into your space. Sultry is out today, which you can get on the web or at least check it out on the new web store. All right, thank you. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Colorful Colorado Collaborations. I am Alicia Bruce Trujillo, and I'm here with Nina de Freitas. She is our musical guest, our first musical collaborator of 2021. Hi, Nina.
Hello.
I am so excited to be working with you again.
And you.
All right. So you have been busy recording and writing and all of the things for this past year now. You got a brand new single tonight that you're going to be sharing with us. Tell me a little bit about this last year and writing new music.
Oh, boy. Well, I mean, obviously I wasn't playing shows because nobody was, because of something that was going on in the world. So thankfully I started recording a new EP, and with that project dawning, I needed a few extra songs, and then I just started writing, and I've been kind of on this really great writing streak ever since like last summer. And this song Fractures is one of those songs. I wrote it last, I want to say July or August. And it's not out yet, but it will be soon. But yeah, you're going to hear it first tonight. So yeah.
CCC exclusive. So Nina, tell me a little bit about your background. Tell me about how you got involved in music. You have the most amazing voice. I cry every time I hear you sing, so I'm gonna have to do my makeup again tonight. But when did you decide that you wanted to sing and do it more often and perform for people?
Well, I mean, goodness, I think I've always sung. Both of my parents are musicians, so when I was a kid, I always watched them write songs, and my mom writing songs. The other day she was telling me that when I was like, maybe two years old, I would just like scribble on paper and like bring it to her and be like, these are my lyrics. Like, I want you to listen to my song. And then I would just like babble and just be like, whatever. So yeah, I think it's been my whole life that I've been, making music in one way or another, maybe more seriously. I think, when I was a teenager, I started like, really kind of trying to hone my songwriting. And, but yeah, I mean, I've been writing songs since I was like a baby, I guess, but yeah. Yeah.
Who are some of your influences outside of your parents? That sounds like that is a very big influence for you.
Yeah. I grew up listening to Jeff Buckley. My mom, that was like my mom's favorite artist when I was growing up. So we listened to a lot of Jeff Buckley and Queen and Neil Young and Radiohead. So I love Radiohead a lot. And then like on my own, just like exploring music. I love Joni Mitchell a lot, and Kate Bush and Fiona Apple. Like, those are some of my favorite, female singer-songwriters who just inspire me so much. They're so amazing. Yeah, just, there's other bands too, like the Beatles, and just all, Paul McCartney in general as a human being. He's just a little angel. Yeah.
Tell me about your writing process. How do you have a specific formula that you stick to, or is it just kind of come naturally, or does it vary?
It depends. It's usually like a melody that pops into my head. Sometimes in the middle of the night, sometimes when I'm in the shower, in the car a lot. And then I'll just make a voice memo and just sing along and kind of just singing nonsense until words form. And sometimes I feel like that's kind of like, your soul kind of getting out what it is that you're trying, what you really actually want to say. And sometimes I sit down intentionally and, with my guitar or at my keyboard and set out to write something. And sometimes, actually more recently, I have started writing lyrics before the melody, which is kind of not the norm for me. So that's been an interesting new thing. Yeah.
And you have had a band with you before. Nina and the Hold Tight was your previous project. You're stepping back into being a solo artist. And when I actually interviewed Flor a couple weeks ago for our Instagram Live, she had mentioned that sultry is a good kind of feeling good about yourself, being on your own. And I think that's such a good side-by-side for your journey here as a musician as well. So tell me a little bit more about being more of a solo musician and kind of making that happen for yourself.
Yeah. It's so strange because I feel like even, with Nina and the Hold Tight, I still felt like it was still me. I was still like the principal songwriter. It was still like, I was still, somewhat calling the shots. But it was democratic, and we did have, kind of agree to everything as a band. But going back to being a solo artist has been really great. And there was a period of time, between when I decided to step back from Nina and the Hold Tight and, began writing, more songs for this new project and, whatever, I kind of had to relearn who I was as an artist, because I found that I was kind of in the space where my writing was sort of just subconsciously being influenced by, okay, this has to be good for the Hold Tight, you know what I mean? And I wasn't necessarily writing for myself. So I think, a part of that burst of songs that kind of happened last summer was just me kind of it was just backed up inside of me, in my soul. That sounds gross. But I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But it was just kind of I needed to get it out, and I needed to get back to myself. And I feel like I'm there now, and it feels really good and really freeing. Yeah.
And you said that you wrote something like 30 songs over the past year.
Probably. Maybe more. I don't know. There's a handful of half songs here and there, but my producer Tyler, he and I, every time we get together, to record, to work, I'm like, okay, I have 2 songs to show you. Can we take a break? And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, oh, I want to do this one. Yeah, we have to record this song. And I'm like, well, we can't release a 50-song album. We could, but I don't know. I'm not Kanye. I don't know. What he would probably do something like that. I don't know.
Beat him to it.
I know. I'm going to be, yeah. Are you watching Kanye West? I bet he is. Yeah.
Watch it. All right. So for Colorful Colorado Collaborations, we have this new single called Fractures. And tell me about your experience also, being able to work with Alchemy. I know it's been socially distanced, all of that good stuff, but this was your introduction to Alchemy Ritual Goods also.
Yeah. Goodness. It was super, super cool. I feel when I came here for the first time for the photo shoot, and they told me kind of what they were planning, I was just like, what? Who, me? Which is just, I think anyone would kind of have that initial reaction where it's like, oh my gosh, like sultry, what? But yeah, I think it's really, I feel honored that that's what people would, take from my music, because, at the end of the day, like, I kind of want people to draw whatever feels best for them and what speaks to them the most. Like, whatever my music is stirring in them is what I want it to stir in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want it to, like, be an adaptive, like, immersive, visceral experience for whoever's listening. So,
All right, Nate. Well, now we're just going to have to get to the performance. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
Nina de Freitas. We're on Colorful Colorado Collaborations here at Alchemy Ritual Goods in 5 Points here in Denver. Give us just a sec. We'll be right back with Nina's performance. Thank you, Nina.
Thank you. Okay. Hello, I'm going to sing some songs for you. This first song is called Can I Love You? memories. Leaves every thought we have ever spun. We are not everything, but all we can become. Well, I keep taking flight in storm. I fear my wings will sever. But if the wind breathes me into form, I'll rise with you forever. But can I love you just enough to keep myself from fading? And can you love me full or empty? And through the constant waiting, we confess ourselves in sighs and saying words with less meaning. But if you see yourself in my eyes, they might be worth repeating. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This next song is called In My Mind. And it's a song I wrote when I was thinking about just life and like in general. Yeah, all right. Here it goes. Time and leaves on the waves as the moon pulls the reins. my capo in the back. Thank you. I'll sing. I will just switch songs while that is it's on the table. Thank you. Okay, I'll sing this song. I'll just switch the songs. So I wrote this song. Quick story. I was about to post a picture of me as a kid to my Finsta. I have a Finsta. Yeah. And I was going to make the caption, I am her, but she's not me. But then I was like, gosh, that's a lyric. I'm going to write that song instead of posting this picture. So it's kind of like you think about your whole life and when you were a kid and all the things, that scared you and how you thought it was so hard. But when you look back, you're like, that wasn't that bad. And I wish it was like that now. But you still can, you can't go back and talk to yourself in the past. But, who you were is always informing everything that you do. So that's what this song is about. It's called I Am Her. Little girl so afraid of water that goes past her waist. She swims back to the shore and waves up at her watchful mother. Skin is brown, hair is too. There's so much she wants to do, but nothing can prepare her to live what life will uncover. And I am her, but she's not me. I wish it was still that easy. I can't tell her what's happening, but she still tells me everything. Pretty girl so obsessed with fitting in a smaller dress. Tonight she's staying home instead of living in the moment. Lips are red, eyes are too, and there's so much she wants to prove, but nothing's gonna make her move, so she lets her days be stolen. And I am her, but she's not me. I wish it was still that easy. I can't tell her what's happening, but she still tells me everything. Sometimes I see her in my dreams, and I try to warn her, but she's never listening. Tired woman in her car, praying she can still go far. She's going home to her guitar, but still hopes for a lover. Sky is black and thoughts are too, but she knows how to sing the blues. And nothing is worth more than who she is, though she has suffered. And I am her, and she is me. Nothing will ever be easy, and I can't tell what's happening, but I want to know everything. Thank you. Okay. So now I'm going to do the song that I need the capo for. This, I wrote this song in July of last year. There was a lot going on in the world over the summer with just, everything. I was sitting on my couch and I was kind of like zoned out, and I have Roku. I have a Roku. Hi, Roku. Are you watching? I bet they are. And they have this like the screensaver, and they have like different ads for like different channels and what shows are being played on whatever. And there was an ad for a documentary that was going to be on BET about Trayvon Martin called Trayvon Martin Rest in Power. And I was like, what does that mean? Like power. So then I just kind of picked up my guitar and I wrote this song. It's called Power. And I feel like it's open to interpretation for whatever power means to you. And yeah, here it goes. This is going to be on my EP, by the way. Power has us bury our young and terrify our living. Power steals our innocence and calluses our giving. What will the meek inherit if there's nothing left of earth? If we're too weak to merit our resolve to claim our worth. Hours run fast into years end. Still the blood is spilled. 'Cause power keeps us drowning in tears and drunk on shallow thrills. And every child will carry what they were not taught to bear. 'Cause if they remain weary, they cannot demand their share. Well, power's kiss will never leave you feeling satisfied. No, no. But power is not strength nor wisdom to cut the ties that bind. Ooh. like 2 songs left, yeah? Is that good? 2 songs? 2 songs. This next song is gonna be on my EP as well, and this is a song that I've played with Nina and the Whole Tight. It's called The Dizzy Drive Home, and it's just a stupid old love song about like when you drive home late at night after you were with the person that you love or whatever, and you're like, gosh, they're so great. Oh man. But you're bad for me, but I love you. So yeah, my mom lives in the mountains, so when I lived with her, I had to drive up a mountain pass every time I went home and left home. And when we first moved there, I used to get car sick every time. So I was driving home and I was literally like dizzy. And then I was like, oh, the dizzy drive home. It's like, I'm literally dizzy, but also like my heart is dizzy. Anyway, it's embarrassing, but maybe you relate. I am foolish for your love. And I walk alone in your dangerous neighborhood. But you never have enough. So I get back in my car and set out in a rush. Oh, oh, oh. The dizzy drive home, the winding of the valley. I want to be yours, but you'd never make me happy. When you come to me in dreams, I wake in water, you that I never will see. All my lonely hazy days, and with my hands on the wheel and my heart in the frame. Oh, 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 the Disney drive home, the winding of the valley. I want to be yours, but you'd never make me happy enough. The DC drive home, the winding of the valley. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to be yours, but you'd never make me happy. No, 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 no. You'd never make me happy, but still I'm foolish for your love. Thank you. There's a hair on my... There. All right, I got it. This is my last song, and this is the song that's going to be released very soon. It's called Fractures, and I wrote it also in the summer of last year. Just thinking about the world, thinking about the news, honestly thinking about Breonna Taylor, if we're going to be specific. And she was the kind of what inspired the first line of the song. Just thinking about who I am as a woman of color and just all of us as the human race and how finite we are, though also infinite at the same time, and how life is just about, just loving and making sure that we just love our loved ones well. So yeah, the song, I need a capo for it. Anyway, the song's called Fractures. All right. Whoop. I saw my picture on the news today. Well, it wasn't me, but I felt it anyway. And when I hold my little sister close, I feel it much deeper, but also less alone. Sometimes my body breaks, but my soul is left intact. Sometimes my body stays whole, but my soul is left with fractures. There's still nothing new under the aging sun. The end comes for me and you and everyone. But when you hold the ones that you love close, you'll feel it all much deeper, but maybe less alone. And sometimes your body breaks, but your soul is left intact. And sometimes your body stays whole, but your soul is left with fractures. But when your heart of cold feels heavy, don't regret the times when you ease the burdens of someone else's back. Thank you so much thank you. Hello. Hello, Kanye. Hello, Roku. And everybody. Thank you so much.
You're tuned to Colorful Colorado Collaborations. I am Alicia Brewster here. We got a request for an encore, so Nina's going to do one more for us, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the upcoming episodes of CCC. But Nina, come back up.
Okay. Hello, I'm back. I thought I was done, but I'm not. It's fine. I do it for the fans. This song, if you listen to Indie 102.3, they play the song sometimes. Where am I looking? Here? Okay. It's called I Was in Love with You. So, okay, we have some fans. I made the right choice. All right. You're a simple man, I know. But you held me by the soul, and I sent you off, although I was in love with you. I was in love with you. You're a blinded fool, I see. Still I want you to see me. Be the gaze you choose to keep. I was in love with you. I was in love with you. lost in love with you. Well, you're a simple man, I know. Still you held me by my very soul, and I sent you off, although I was in love with you. Thank you.
We're good. Nina, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you so much. This has been episode 1 of 2021 here on Colorful Colorado Collaborations. I want to thank everybody that's here, the Colorful Colorado Collaborations crew, Celeste Martinez, Nicole Moore, Demi Harvey, Alchemy Ritual Goods. Thank you so much for everything that you've done and for hosting us. We are Denver on AV, and of course, Nina de Freitas. EP coming out later this year.
At some point in time.
It'll be out at some point. Make sure you join us for our next episode. It's coming up on April 15th with The Reminders in Colorado Springs. We're going to be collaborating with Jay's Jamaican Flavor. So more information on that coming up. I am Alicia Bruce Trujillo. Thank you so much for joining us on Colorful Colorado Collaborations.